One person can only achieve so much. As individuals, isolated, our ambition has limited scope. But when we collaborate as a team, our power combines. Our strength is unbounded. Being open, it's in our DNA. Huawei fuses together industry scenarios and innovative ICT technologies, working in tandem with global customers and partners to accelerate digital transformation. Building up modern governance systems with city intelligent twins, delivering better services to people far and wide. Promoting the intelligent upgrade of the financial industry. Supported by agile business innovation. Designing comprehensive transportation systems that usher in convenient travel and smooth logistics. Driving the development of green, low carbon, safe, and efficient energy. Unleashing the digital potential of industries. Digitalization is now certain. Together, we stride into a wider world. Together, we accelerate digital transformation. Together, we create new value.
Hi, intelligent world. Thanks, intelligent car. Let's discover the universe with supercomputing power. Now, we can explore Mars in class. With a vision to bring digital to every person, home, and organization, together with our partners, Huawei is building the Horizon digital platform and ecosystem, integrating new ICT technology and bringing an intelligent world to life through digital transformation. This isn't magic. It's intelligent finance, envisioning business opportunities. You'll never miss a moment in the high-speed world of investing. This isn't science fiction. It's intelligent transportation, linking vast distances, connecting business centers, suburbs, and the outskirts. A city's blueprints can redefine efficiency for everyone. This isn't fantasy, it's reality. Intelligent campus and intelligent city are on the rise. With intelligent brains to think on their own. This isn't the future. This is now. Hi, intelligent world.
One person can only achieve so much. As individuals, isolated, our ambition has limited scope. But when we collaborate as a team, our power combines. Our strength is unbounded. Being open, it's in our DNA. Huawei fuses together industry scenarios and innovative ICT technologies, working in tandem with global customers and partners to accelerate digital transformation. Building up modern governance systems with city intelligent twins, delivering better services to people far and wide. Promoting the intelligent upgrade of the financial industry. Supported by agile business innovation. Designing comprehensive transportation systems that usher in convenient travel and smooth logistics. Driving the development of green, low carbon, safe, and efficient energy. Unleashing the digital potential of industries. Digitalization is now certain. Together, we stride into a wider world. Together, we accelerate digital transformation. Together, we create new value.
Hi, intelligent world. Now, we can explore Mars in class. With a vision to bring digital to every person, home, and organization. Together with our partners, Huawei is building the Horizon digital platform and ecosystem, integrating new ICT technology and bringing an intelligent world to life through digital transformation. This isn't magic. It's intelligent finance, envisioning business opportunities. You'll never miss a moment in the high-speed world of investing. This isn't science fiction. It's intelligent transportation, linking vast distances, connecting business centers, suburbs, and the outskirts. A city's blueprints can redefine efficiency for everyone. This isn't fantasy, it's reality. Intelligent campus and intelligent city are on the rise. With intelligent brains that think on their own. This isn't the future. This is now. Hi, intelligent world. Hi, intelligent world. Thanks, intelligent car. Let's discover the universe with supercomputing power. Now, we can explore Mars in class. With a vision to bring digital to every person, home, and organization. Together with our partners, Huawei is building the Horizon digital platform and ecosystem, integrating new ICT technology and bringing an intelligent world to life through digital transformation. This isn't magic. It's intelligent finance, envisioning business opportunities. You'll never miss a moment in the high-speed world of investing. This isn't science fiction. It's intelligent transportation, linking vast distances, connecting business centers, suburbs, and the outskirts. A city's blueprints can redefine efficiency for everyone. This isn't fantasy, it's reality. Intelligent campus and intelligent city are on the rise. With intelligent brains that think on their own. This isn't the future. This is now. Hi, intelligent world. Hi, intelligent world. Thanks, intelligent car. Let's discover the universe with supercomputing power. Now, we can explore Mars in class. With a vision to bring digital to every person, home, and organization, together with our partners, Huawei is building the Horizon digital platform and ecosystem, integrating new ICT technology and bringing an intelligent world to life through digital transformation. This isn't magic. It's intelligent finance, envisioning business opportunities. You'll never miss a moment in the high-speed world of investing. This isn't science fiction. It's intelligent transportation, linking vast distances, connecting business centers, suburbs, and the outskirts. A city's blueprints can redefine efficiency for everyone. This isn't fantasy, it's reality. Intelligent campus and intelligent city are on the rise. With intelligent brains to think on their own. This isn't the future. This is now. Hi, intelligent world.
One person can only achieve so much. As individuals, isolated, our ambition has limited scope. But when we collaborate as a team, our power combines. Our strength is unbounded. Being open, it's in our DNA. Huawei fuses together industry scenarios and innovative ICT technologies, working in tandem with global customers and partners to accelerate digital transformation. Building up modern governance systems with city intelligent twins, delivering better services to people far and wide. Promoting the intelligent upgrade of the financial industry. Supported by agile business innovation. Designing comprehensive transportation systems that usher in convenient travel and smooth logistics. Driving the development of green, low carbon, safe, and efficient energy, unleashing the digital potential of industries. Digitalization is now certain. Together, we stride into a wider world. Together, we accelerate digital transformation. Together, we create new value.
Hi, intelligent world. Thanks, intelligent car. Let's discover the universe with supercomputing power. Now, we can explore Mars in class. With a vision to bring digital to every person, home, and organization, together with our partners, Huawei is building the Horizon digital platform and ecosystem, integrating new ICT technology and bringing an intelligent world to life through digital transformation. This isn't magic. It's intelligent finance, envisioning business opportunities. You'll never miss a moment in the high-speed world of investing. This isn't science fiction. It's intelligent transportation, linking vast distances, connecting business centers, suburbs, and the outskirts. A city's blueprints can redefine efficiency for everyone. This isn't fantasy, it's reality. Intelligent campus and intelligent city are on the rise. With intelligent brains to think on their own. This isn't the future. This is now. Hi, intelligent world.
One person can only achieve so much. As individuals, isolated, our ambition has limited scope. But when we collaborate as a team, our power combines. Our strength is unbounded. Being open, it's in our DNA. Huawei fuses together industry scenarios and innovative ICT technologies, working in tandem with global customers and partners to accelerate digital transformation. Building up modern governance systems with city intelligent twins, delivering better services to people far and wide. Promoting the intelligent upgrade of the financial industry. Supported by agile business innovation. Designing comprehensive transportation systems that usher in convenient travel and smooth logistics. Driving the development of green, low carbon, safe, and efficient energy, unleashing the digital potential of industries. Digitalization is now certain. Together, we stride into a wider world. Together, we accelerate digital transformation. Together, we create new value.
Hi, intelligent world. Thanks, intelligent car. Let's discover the universe with supercomputing power. Now, we can explore Mars in class. With a vision to bring digital to every person, home, and organization, together with our partners, Huawei is building the Horizon digital platform and ecosystem, integrating new ICT technology and bringing an intelligent world to life through digital transformation. This isn't magic. It's intelligent finance, envisioning business opportunities. You'll never miss a moment in the high-speed world of investing. This isn't science fiction. It's intelligent transportation, linking vast distances, connecting business centers, suburbs, and the outskirts. A city's blueprints can redefine efficiency for everyone. This isn't fantasy, it's reality. Intelligent campus and intelligent city are on the rise. With intelligent brains to think on their own. This isn't the future. This is now. Hi, intelligent world.
One person can only achieve so much. As individuals, isolated, our ambition has limited scope. But when we collaborate as a team, as individuals, isolated, our ambition has limited scope. But when we collaborate as a team, our power combines. Our strength is unbounded. Being open, it's in our DNA. Huawei fuses together industry scenarios and innovative ICT technologies, working in tandem with global customers and partners to accelerate digital transformation. Building up modern governance systems with city intelligent twins, delivering better services to people far and wide. Promoting the intelligent upgrade of the financial industry, supported by agile business innovation, designing comprehensive transportation systems that usher in convenient travel and smooth logistics, driving the development of green, low-carbon, safe, and efficient energy, unleashing the digital potential of industries. Digitalization is now certain. Together, we stride into a wider world. Together, we accelerate digital transformation. Together, we create new value.
Good morning, everyone, on day 2 of Mobile World Congress here in Barcelona. Good morning to you here in this room. Good morning to folks who are watching perhaps at home or at their desk. This will be simultaneously broadcasted all over the world through different media channels. It's a key example of how and where digital is supporting us in on-site and off-site, online and offline engagement, which is what the digital journey is about and which is what this Industrial Digital Transformation Summit is about. It's a small room. You are sitting shoulder by shoulder. Because of the pandemic, please keep your masks on. Even if someone left of you is not sitting there and the seat to the right of you is also not there. In case of emergency, the emergency exits are behind you, left and right. If you think that that is too small for you, the back wall is not a wall, it's a curtain. You can just go straight through. But we do not expect any emergencies of that such and of that kind. Welcome again. My name is Edwin Diender. I'm Chief Innovation Officer in our Global Energy Business Unit in Huawei Enterprise. And it's my honor to host this session. This session will address the digital journey, specifically the different components that build up the digital foundation that can carry that journey. Through this morning, we will go around the world. We have a magnificent lineup of speakers who are from different parts of the world. Digital is able to bridge every person, home, and organization for a fully connected, intelligent world. But the power of digital, of course, is to include digital social inclusion. That is also what this is about. So we will take you on a trip around the world. But before we do that, I'd like to introduce our first speaker to open this summit. Please welcome Mr. Li Peng, who is the president of Huawei West Europe. Mr. Li Peng. welcome. You need slides?
Dear friends, good morning. Welcome to our Industrial Digital Transformation Summit. We live in a dynamic world. Digital technology is pushing the limits of the physical world. And the industry is going digital, unleashing new value in the digital economy. By 2030, we will into a fully intelligent world. Digital production will be full swing. Remote work and study will become the norm. And digital operations will become a key part of value creation. This year, we estimate that over 50% of global GDP will come from the digital economy. Huawei is committed to bring digital to every person, home, and organization for a fully connected, intelligent world. But how does this help enterprises build resilience? How does this help them improve quality and efficiency, or develop new business models? How can we all work together to build a green, low-carbon, and sustainable world? These are the questions we need to answer. At Huawei, we have the industry's most complete ICT product portfolio. We are well positioned to enable industry to go digital and help global customers build robust ICT infrastructure. Every industry has their own challenges when going digital. So they need different solutions with specific industry know-how. At Huawei, we are working to find the most suitable solutions for customers in different industries. Together with our global customers and partners, we have helped millions of people study and work online. We have also helped many companies improve efficiency and develop new business models. They include over 600 manufacturers, 48 of the world's top 100 financial institutions, and more than 190 power companies. Now, more than 700 smart cities are being built around the world. This will give the urban residents easier access to efficient services. Europe has been at the forefront of digital transformation. The European Commission has proposed a path to the digital decade, and Huawei is actively doing its part to make it happen. We are innovating with research institutes and partners around the world to drive the industry digitalization. For example, we have set up several 5G joint innovation centers in Europe. And we are exploring digital transformation in specific industries at our open labs in Munich and Paris. Together, we want to bring the benefits of technology to more enterprises in Europe and around the world. Huawei is also committed to promoting sustainable development with digital technology. We are exploring how we can help industries reduce carbon footprint. This is one of our top priorities. For example, our smart agriculture solution has already created value for farmers in Switzerland. Drones that use big data and AI are able to inspect farmland 20 times faster than before. And precision weeding has cut herbicide use by 90%. For decades, we have been exploring innovative ways to conserve energy and cut emissions of our own equipment and solutions. I'm happy to announce that we will be launching a series of new innovative solutions later. Digital transformation is a journey that never ends. On behalf of Huawei, I invite you all to join our discussions on issues facing your industries and share your best practices. Let's work together to create a better future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Li Peng, President of Huawei West Europe. As he correctly said, it is a journey. Digital transformation is a journey that basically never ends. That also means that it doesn't cover projects. Projects have a stop and go motion. That is not a smooth way forward. The digital journey comprises a road towards a higher value, higher up the value chain. Programs and initiatives that are bringing these services together. One of the core components in that part is an innovative digital infrastructure. Our next speaker is Mr. Bob Chen, who is the Vice President of the Huawei Enterprise Business Group, and he will address exactly that, the innovative digital infrastructure. Mr. Bob Chen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MWC 2022 Industry Digital Transformation Summit. I'm Bob Chen. Today, it's my honor to be here and to share with you Huawei innovative products and solutions that enable digital transformation of industries. In the past few years, we have seen Huawei enterprise business revenue continue to grow with a CAGR of over 20%. Up to now, Huawei has worked with more than 30,000 partners to serve our global customers. 267 of Fortune Global 500 companies have chosen Huawei to assist in their global transformation. On behalf of Huawei, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our customers, partners, and friends who have supported us over the years. Digital transformation is unlocking the potential of the various industries. It is also helping to make our city more greener and make our work environment more comfortable. In Harbin, a city located in north of China, heating is a basic part of local civil services. But for a long time, local heating has faced three problems: high energy consumption, and unbalanced supply and demand, and uneven temperatures. To resolve these issues, Huawei helped the city upgrade its heating system. By using IoT, big data, and AI technologies, local residents are in turn more satisfied with heating services, and energy is greatly saved. Staff operating tower clinics at the Yangsan Port in Shanghai worked in difficult conditions. They had to look down for the extended periods of time and suffered from noisy and shaking. Huawei's FTTM solution help to improve these conditions and allow workers to control the current remotely or in a more efficient way. The intelligent world is accelerating. We will build in a digital twins system to provide people with all new digital experience. To approve people with a new digital experience, improve our efficient and create new value. A bright future needs a solid foundation. For the intelligent world, digital infrastructure is the foundation. According to Huawei's global industry vision, by 2030, there will be 23 times more global data, 10 times more global general computing power, and 500 times more global AI computing power. And we will see 200 billion connections worldwide. We believe that digital infrastructure innovation is driven by value and vision, which we call the dual-way driven force. We are entering a new phase of digital transformation, which will bring on the new changes. For example, digital technology will further enable intelligent offices, make production more efficient, and help government and enterprise develop in a greater way. All of this present new challenges to digital infrastructure. Our vision of building a fully connected, intelligent world also drives our continuous innovation in digital infrastructure. In response, Huawei has 3 types of digital infrastructure solutions. First, we have the industry's widest range of products, such as datacom, computing, storage, wireless, and optical. Second, we have scenario-based solutions for data centers, campuses, digital sites, and WANs. Third, Huawei enables solution partners based on platform, and we jointly develop a solution for financing, energy, transportation, and government industries. Next, I will focus on a few key solutions and share Huawei's innovative thinking and practices. First of all, let's take a look at the full-stack data centers. In the future, there will be 3 trees in data center: cloud-based, intensive, and green. According to third-party forecasts, by 2025, 75% of organizers will use cloud services. 75% organized will use cloud services, and the investment in cloud-based cloud data centers will account for 66%. The proportion of the large data centers with more than 3,000 racks will also increase to 36%. And you know, more and more countries have set their carbon neutral goals. So demand for saving energy in data center is higher than ever. To meet customers' requirements for the data centers, Huawei has released a full-stack data center solution. First, alternate vicinity layer, Huawei has two important solutions. Power POD, which helps reduce the footprint by 47%. EHU of the polymer heating exchanger, which maximizes the use of foreign cooling source and reduce the PoE to 1.2 by using AI technology. It is saving the energy by over 14% compared with the traditional cooling system. Second, in the ICT infrastructure, through storage and network cooperation, the all-flash storage latency is reduced to 0.5 milliseconds, twice as fast as industry standards. Through DPU and CPU collaboration, the number of virtual machines on a single server increased by 30%. Collaboration with storage and WDM devices shortens the switch over time from 50 milliseconds to 5 milliseconds. Lastly, on the cloud platform layer, Huawei's intelligent cloud management and data lake enable diverse management and agile services. Now let's take a look at the intelligent campus solution. For future campuses, we are considering ways to improve operating efficiency, reduce cost, and improve user experience. Huawei has developed the intelligent campus solution, which enable all wireless access, next-generation network infrastructure, and hyper-converged IT infrastructure. On Huawei's intelligent campuses, our employee satisfaction with IT services increased by 60%. The overall energy consumption of ICT infrastructure reduced by 15%. And the ICT O&M efficiency increased by 30%. In our intelligent campus solution, Huawei Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 enable all wireless access on office, production, and service campuses. Using dynamic turbo technology, application can be accelerated intelligently. Real-time service experience will be guaranteed, such as video conferences. And people can work at all wireless campuses. Another breakthrough is lossless roaming technology. It supports a large number of terminals which are consistent online and control AGV with precision, thereby improve production efficiency. Using the smart antenna technology, there were low Wi-Fi coverage holes, so the IT OpEx is reduced and the user experience improved. As we know, due to the limited transmission distance of network cable, traditional campus network use a three-layer architecture: access, aggregation, and core. Using photoelectric composite cables, Huawei Cloud Engine Switch can provide power for remote devices up to 1,000 meters away, and do not require the aggregation layer or equipment room. By redefining next-generation network architecture, Huawei proposed a simplified two-layer architecture, reduce devices by 80%, and the network power consumption by 30%. Huawei's hyper-converged all-in-one infrastructure enable faster delivery and great reduced energy consumption and footprint. You know, a traditional equipment room normally has many devices, such as power conversion, UPS, power supply control module, and air conditioner. But on an intelligent campus, we only need one function module, and Huawei's Function Cube integrates computing, storage, network, and security functions. Next, I will introduce 3 scenario-based industry solutions. You know, the existing oil and gas pipeline transportation system operates at a long distance, and 80% of faults are caused by external construction damage, which is difficult to locate and cause a great loss in the event of a delayed response. To resolve these issues, Huawei provided a fiber optic sensing solution and use our latest devices to detect risk and incidents. Using this solution, the data center connection effectiveness increased to 99.9%, and the detection accuracy to 97%. Huawei's tree-to-ground communication solutions provides real-time service transmission with a bandwidth of 1.4 Gbps for trains running at a speed of 160 kilometers per hour. The network switch latency is less than 30 milliseconds, assuring the stable operation of the urban rails. Traditional flash data centers adopt a non-cloud architecture. As a result, the service scale is limited, and it is difficult to keep the system stay online for a long time. Huawei launched the next generation IT architecture for the bank, support large-scale, highly reliable services in various scenarios. Based on the architecture, our partner provided various applications, including traditional services such as deposits and loans, as also as innovative applications such as digital loans and e-payment. Ladies and gentlemen, Huawei has always strived to innovate. We will continue to focus on industry scenarios. We will grow, innovate, and win together with our partners, and jointly develop more competitive solutions to help our customers dive deep into digital transformation and create new value. Thank you for your listening, and I wish you a great time at MWC 2022. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bob Chen, Vice President of Huawei Enterprise. Speaking about a core component, a core building block, if you like, that is needed for this digital foundation, that is carrying these services on this journey that we constantly talk about. Digital transformation is a journey, and it passes different stages. and it has no end, just like the world basically has no end. We continue to circle round and round. This journey, as we said, is passing different stages. How and where and in what way are industries not only affected, but supported by digital technology that will help them boost their services? For example, what is financing this journey? Our next speaker is from the finance industry. We're staying in Europe, we're going to Austria. Dr. Barbara Kolm is going to highlight how and where and in what way this digital journey is supporting not only the world of finance, but also how financing services can
Ladies and gentlemen, dear President Peng, Vice President Chen, distinguished guests here at WC 2022, it's a pleasure to be back with Huawei and to talk about finance, to talk about the industry. Intelligent finance. So let's say, given in order to tackle the problems we have these days, we simply say that there are intelligent infrastructure solutions on the market. Those go from data centralization with operational efficiency to 3 data centers in one region, providing reliability and resilience, for example, when disasters happen, recovery, and also business continuity. Our hosts here at this room. So, and they continue over to go to multi-hybrid cloud solutions that are elastic and intelligent, and they are really important to close the open gaps to the technology. So having said that, as a banker, as a central banker, we see that these solutions the challenges of our times. But I really would like to take a step back and from ITU yesterday in Geneva, where we discussed digital solutions for smart sustainability, not only for the finance sector, but for all infrastructure sectors. I would just focus that central banks have the main task of actually providing monetary and fiscal stability in the world, and also price stability. Knowing what is going on these days and having seen the economic data that you are all aware of, I think you know the challenges that lay ahead for the central banks. So what we need to do is not only to meet the 2% target of price stability, which is by now a very difficult challenge, at least in Europe, having inflation rates that are 5.8% plus in the Eurozone. In the US, it's even much higher. So we need to look back how we can provide solutions in this complex world. And of course, seeing that that it is not only technological challenges that we need to solve when we oversee banks, because this is also another important task that central banks do, making sure that regulations and rules are followed, that customers and clients are served in the right way, that compliance is considered in the right way all the time. We need to look at a couple of things, and I'm just only looking at some challenges that we face post-COVID. So from the finance industry, the fintech actually, one is crowdfunding. What kind of intelligent solutions can be provided there by our IT partners in the world? Second is cross-border payments. This has been in everybody's mind in the past couple of days due to certain geopolitical challenges. And of course, instant payments. This is also something that is needed. I would also like to point out one thing that, for example, our Austrian Central Bank is working on together with with partners from the IT industry that provide intelligent solutions. And I give you just 3 examples. One is that we call Findustrial providers. The other is carbon metrics. The other is IWAT, and then a fourth point is Blockbit crypto. So just giving you those names of the projects that we run, you can imagine what a central bank needs to do in order to fulfill the tasks and meet the client's demands. And the client is not only the customer, the consumer in the end, but our clients are the banks, but also politics, because we are we're supposed to provide stability and trustworthiness in times like these. So you see, the regulatory framework that we work with, that we operate with, needs a lot of data and needs a lot of sound and solid data that the central banks need to provide. So lastly, why does digitalization, the banking 4.0 approach, is important to us? It's not only that we are digital by default, so we just have to be digital. It's user-centric. This is a given that user focuses is anchored in all digital processes. User feedback is used as a key metric for success of all digital applications. Co-creation, collaboration, co-creation is a given. And lastly, the once and only so-called data are collected only once. So those are the 4 key elements that we need to frame our entire banking industry around. Many have already touched that and are on the bandwagon, are running that. But for many, it's a challenge. And I don't have to tell you what is happening with just digital central banking currencies. This is a huge challenge. The Swedes in Europe are far ahead. The European Central Bank is experimenting with it. And the question is, will it just be a currency replacing cash? Or will it have more options? And what will be the future? All those questions are constantly being asked by our boards, and we're discussing them in teams. But 10 years ago, none of that was on the plate of a central bank. You know, a central bank is like something like a huge tanker, a huge tanker that is just moving into one direction and providing the stability for the finance industry. This was supposedly. But now we see challenges from all sides of the world. There are external shocks. COVID has been one of those huge shocks that we have seen. So this is exactly the approach that we need to fulfill in the next couple of months and also years ahead. But let me quickly point out some other challenges that can be met and where we find interesting solutions, and Huawei, as a leading technology company, has already provided that for a couple of banks in Austria, and have made sure that the financial sector is operating and working well. And the reliability of their solutions in the area of networking, storage, and data center integration, as well as power system contributes to the Austrian market. And I'm glad that the Vice President has touched upon all those technological advantages before that I could not I could not talk about right now. But just to make sure that you understand that banks are using those tools in order to serve their clients in a faster and more reliable and better way. And it's from 3 weeks storage to just minutes within a couple of years of work. And in the meantime, Huawei Networking Solutions connects hundreds of banks and branches in Austria. And this is also something that we, the industry, have not foreseen 10 years ago. It's actually the first big kick in our industry was the so-called financial crisis in 2008, 2009. And then all of a sudden, things started to change and rethinking in our system. The old traditional bankier system changed to the modern. And I'm glad that we have partners across the world, and especially here with this company, that helps us provide these solutions. And the new requirements for those infrastructure in digitalization, of course, meet the central bank's role in this digital world. So new trends extend beyond the role that I already mentioned. Beyond the monetary and fiscal stability, we need to find ways to get the supervision working. And this is only possible with new tech and with fintech companies as well. The visibility around the performing loans, and just let me give you one number, and I'm done with numbers for today, is by the end of 2022, 1.4 trillion of non-performing loans are accepted or are expected in Europe, in the Eurozone. 1.4 trillion non-performing loans. And you know, it needs a lot of good IT industry data solutions to make sure that this will not end in a disaster. So the central banks are prepared, the banks are prepared, but we need to keep that in mind. Central banks, digital currencies, I already mentioned. I already mentioned that the Swedes are way ahead of that. The Chinese central bank is doing a lot and is working far faster than the rest of the other central banks. And then the engagement, of course, in climate issues and in diversity questions is something that the European central banks have come up with. After all, these are big issues that we need to face. I already mentioned the sustainability, and this will be the key. So you can ask yourself, what does a central bank have to do with green finance, with green tech? Well, the European politicians in Brussels have made the decision to go green, to have a huge solution package to meet the SDG goals and to meet the climate issues. And therefore also the central bank is leading a way. And I think we need to invest both in green finance, but we also need to make sure that this, and it was mentioned already by the Vice President, that the amount of energy used in this is being balanced out. So data centers, emerging technologies, and AI will help us to achieve this goal that Madame Lagarde has set for the European Central Bank, but also many other central banks have done. So I think, summing up, that it's not only the finance industry that sees a lot of challenges ahead, it's the infrastructure industry that has those challenges ahead, and together with smart solutions provided by the IT industry, and especially with our host here today with Huawei, we can solve this problem and create added value for everyone and rise everybody out of poverty and get growing industries and I would say a shining world for us. Thank you. Oops.
Thank you very much, Dr. Barbara Kolm, for your insights on how funding and financing can support and are supporting this digital journey, but also how digital elements support the financing and banking industry itself. Mind you, without changing technology. One of the powers of a digital platform, for example, is not to have siloed systems, but to create one horizontal layer of a foundation, a digital layer of technology that is bridging these silos. And that brings me to research and development to make these silos work. For example, Huawei is championing in innovation. We are one of the strongest companies worldwide when it comes to leading in research and development. And that is only possible because of what Mr. Bob Chen earlier was also mentioning in one of his parts, where he referred to the power of the ecosystem and eco-partners, public and private partnerships, for example. This digital journey passes stages. We go from Austria to Poland. Please welcome our next speaker. So we're going to stay a little bit in Europe before we go to the Middle East. Dr. Norbert Meyer from a Poland Research Institute is going to highlight and address how and where digital supports high-end research. Dr. Norbert Meyer. You're welcome.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Ladies and gentlemen, a short description of our activities which are done in Poland. So within 10-15 minutes, I would like to give you a history of cooperation with Huawei and our activities since 2016. Yeah, so it's almost eight years. I will be very fast and very short. So first of all, PSNC, it's a Poznań supercomputing and networking center. We are coming from the research area, Polish Academy of Sciences, with our goal. First of all, to deliver R&D, so making research for international cooperation. But the second leg of PSNC is to provide operational services for academia, and since 3-4 years also for industry and administration. So PSNC is a computing center. One side for academia, it's an HPC center. For industry and administration, we are more oriented on cloud infrastructure, cloud services, including cloud computing, but also data infrastructure and cloud and data cloud. Two activities I would like to mention today and reference it also to the digital transformation. So the first one is the computing, cloud computing and HPC. And the second activity, a very big national project called National Data Storage, which is concentrating on services for data, and is concentrating to deliver very large capacities for different customers. So customers coming from academia with different requirements, and customers from industry and administration, again also with different requirements. So the first one is a project called TraceLab. It's because it's still active until 2023. It's a national project with 8 sites delivering very high capacity, computing capacity. 3 or 4 institutions are since 2 years on top 500. Of course, it doesn't mean what really type of services are delivered, yeah? But it shows that the computing sites are still active and very large, yeah, on the list of 500 fastest supercomputing. But what is important, we deliver the same hardware infrastructure is delivered for academia, like HPC advanced computing, but the same infrastructure hardware is used also for cloud services, means we are delivering services, productional services, operational services for industry and administration. Yeah, I mentioned the 8 years of cooperation with Huawei. We started 2015 with a machine which was located, also positioned at top 500. It was 2015, 2016, the machine was becoming operational. And that was the very beginning of our cooperation. Later on, we signed also an agreement to establish an innovation center. And it was for us, for PSNC, a small institution, a big and great pleasure to cooperate with Huawei on different areas. So 7 years ago, that was an area of, I would say, technology which after 6 years become operational, yeah? Namely the ARM technology in computing. So you can see 6 years ago some development operational nowadays, yes, and that's our pleasure also to see that some activities become also I say useful on a practical level. And then last year, 2 years ago, we started the cooperation of the Praise Lab activity, yeah? So a very big national project. How it looks on the Huawei full stack, yeah. So as I mentioned, the first activity or the base is the for PSNC is the to keep operational the data center facilities. Then we deliver, or we base on an infrastructure, HPC infrastructure and cloud, and on these levels, yeah, which creates the full stack for an IT partner, a partner which delivers further services to customers on the application level, is a very good opportunity to cooperate with one vendor and with one company to see and be able to deploy an entire stack with, I would say, homogeneous functionality. Yeah? Homogeneous, which gives you more possibilities and more functionality integrated together. Yeah, the Praise Lab I mentioned at the beginning, 8 sites distributed within Poland, delivering data and computing infrastructure, connected together with, I would say, fiber or skeleton network of several hundreds of gigabits of seconds. So the data centers are connected with the skeleton, and the end user are connected with last mile connections, which we have also in 22 biggest regions, biggest region in terms of academic community. And again, the cloud ecosystem you can see here is something. It's a top functionality delivered, but invisible, yeah, from the end customer point of view. But an ecosystem which gives you really the functionality, the scalability, the reliability of the applications and services you can see on your laptop, on your mobile phone, and so at home and at your work office. Yeah? Regarding the data infrastructure, our aim is to once to deliver a very efficient a very efficient infrastructure with services, being able to cooperate with artificial intelligence services, being able to cooperate with high-performance computing, and second level of infrastructure, delivering high capacity. Usually, there are different requirements. Yeah? For high capacity, we are talking about big data repositories for entry calculations, for entry raw data. For high performance storage, we are talking about really very fast, efficient access. Depends on the requirements. Both of the infrastructures are necessary to provide the entire or global functionality you can see now in the internet, or you can see also at your work, yeah, in banks, administration, industry. Yeah, so what's the idea? Not going into details, data lake approach in our national data storage. So there are several functionalities. Capacity, I already mentioned, yeah, so big data repositories. There are requirements concerning performance, scalability, so that you can, let's say, on demand, increase the infrastructure and the capacity, data reuse, and extendability. Yes? It's several 6 features which gives you really a good functionality, and from the low-level data center functionality, which is a base for further applications. And again, so the NDS, a distributed storage, aims to really to be data-driven, yeah, for science and industry. What I mentioned before is we are facing different requirements. Yeah? For science, the most important is, for example, the capacity versus reliability. For industry, it's, I would say, the opposite way. Yeah? So first of all, you have to deliver sustainable and reliable services. And the second level is the capacity. Yeah? So different, in general, different requirements, but to deliver it at the same infrastructure ecosystem, it's quite hard, but also challenging. Yeah? That's what we are trying to do within the NDS system by distributing several places, data centers, and connecting it together to increase also the reliability. But that's not all, yeah? Our aim is to, we are currently in 2022, yeah? Our aim is to increase and to see the increased functionality, but also increased number of resources with, on the trace lab level, higher and higher, bigger and bigger computing. But on the NDS, National Data Storage, also bigger capacities, yeah, more functionality up to 2028. Of course, it would not work without the services. You can see here base services or basic services, but there are also advanced, which supports and gives the opportunity to integrate artificial intelligence, to integrate applications and more advanced functionality. Again, when we have the services and the ecosystem, everything should be connected together, yeah? Not only in Poland, but the aim is to have one ecosystem within Europe or worldwide. And that's the idea here, what we are doing to access the major European hubs, which are connecting via JANT, that's the academic network in Europe, but connecting also worldwide with US and other continents. Without this, the services would not cooperate, would not be or cannot be integrated together, yeah, in one ecosystem. Strategic cooperation and vision. So coming coming towards strategic partnerships. We are doing and talking about social contribution, so ecosystem which gives the opportunity to use our services and our infrastructure on a social level for all people, yeah, which use the mobile phones or any other access to the internet, but also, and I would say most important for us is the cooperation with academia, with universities, and commercial cooperation with industry and administration. And the question is, and the cooperation means to, I would say, enlarge the functionality which you would give and deliver different various functionality and different levels of reliability for our users, end users, and for our partners in at the industry world. Yeah, and that's what I would like to or wanted to pass the message. What is done in Poland in the research area, which supports not only academia and universities, also industry and administration. Thank you very much.
Dr. Norbert Meyer, thank you very much for your insightful information when it comes to research, when it comes to high-performance computing, using digital and physical services in research. We are on a journey, as I said before. We leave Europe for a while and we go to the UAE. As I said in my introduction, I'm the CIO in our Global Energy Business Unit, and I help our customers and our partners with their digital journey from an energy transition point of view. Many questions that I've often get asked is, what is next? What to do next? Another question that I often get asked is, what is powering this digital journey? What is driving this digital journey? From an energy point of view, energy transition is driving this digital journey, foremost beyond everything. So let's go to the Middle East, let's go to the UAE. Our next speaker is Mr. Rashid Al-Ahmedi, who is from the Dubai Electricity Water Authority, specifically of the InfraX department under DIWA Digital. And he will explain exactly what is powering, so what is energizing this digital journey. Rashid.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my great pleasure to be with you today, to take you through a journey how to unlock the potential of the utility assets digital infrastructure. We started this journey part of the vision that the government and the leaders of Dubai and the United Arab Emirates kept as a responsibility on us to unleash the value of the digital assets and the infrastructure, and to ensure that Dubai and the UAE is always 10 years ahead of other cities. This has happened by a program called Dubai 10X, where the ambition was to put Dubai 10 years ahead of other cities in different industries and in different sectors. And Dubai Electricity and Water Authority started this with an amber of great achievement. DIWA, Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, is one of the pioneers when it comes to innovation and the core businesses of delivering water and electricity to the residents of Dubai. We have the lowest minute lost per customer worldwide. And also we are embarking in creating the value of renewable energy and green sectors. We also created the single-site solar park in the region, the biggest single-site solar park in the region, called Mohammed bin Rashid Solar Park. We are adapting digital technologies, part of our operations, and we are using AI and virtual and voice assistants to answer our customers and our inquiry in digital fashions, and we move to create 100% customer touch point by transforming all of our service center to unmanned digital service centers. We are going beyond this by creating a stack of projects. These projects are taking us to the next level. Our ambition is to become a digital utility that supports the digital transformation not only in the utility business, but also supporting the transformation of the smart city, focusing in Dubai, UAE, the region, and even worldwide. Some of the examples that reflect this innovation: recently, we launched the first nano satellite called Space D to support our mission-critical operations. We are also on the stage of developing our new headquarters, which will be solely powered by renewable energy. And we are looking to become the most sustainable and smartest building in the world. With Huawei, we are in the progress of creating the first and biggest green data center, powering and energizing it from renewable sources and from the solar energy park that we own. This is also supporting our digital transformation by creating a data center that will be hosting our services and our future digital solution. Digital Diwa was created in main 4 pillars. First, the solar energy, where we are trying to move from the legacy way of providing electricity and water and utilizing the future green and sustainable sources. At the same time, we are investing heavily in the energy storage. In our region, we have a lot of sun in the morning, and definitely at night, we need to ensure that we have reliable sources to store the energy that is being created from the solar sources. Artificial intelligence is one of the key pillars of our journey, where we are using AI to improve our operations, to have insights, and to have better decision making. And finally, we are delivering all of these over a digital platform of digital services, where we created a specialized subsidiary under Dubai Electricity and Water Authority called Digital Diwa. Digital Diwa is the digital arm of Diwa, where we are looking to support the main operation within the core businesses, but also create adjacent businesses. Therefore, we created subsidiaries which are specialized in delivering certain services, starting with Moro Hub, is our data center hub where we provide cloud and co-location services. Digital X, which is our solution and services arm, and InfraX, which is our ICT arm that utilizes the SCADA and the fiber optic and the digital infrastructure that we have to deliver the services from the data centers that we own to the potential customer that we are trying to serve. In InfraX, we focus on delivering ICT services that monetize the assets and infrastructure from the core SCADA business. So we are not touching the SCADA businesses from operation point of view, but we are trying to enhance its operation. But what about the spare capacity that we have? What about the hundreds of kilometers of fiber optics that we have on the ground? What about the different source of technology that we are using to provide the smart grid and smart metering? This is where we develop a commercial approach to monetize the services and infrastructure that we have and deliver advanced services to support the different industries and the different entities in Dubai and in UAE. And we are focusing on creating these services over different portfolio, focusing from the connectivity, utilizing the infrastructure we have, and developing solution and advanced IoT services that help the other customers to create the digital transformation and the smart city approach. As I said, we are using the transmission fiber optic that we have, and we are utilizing Huawei infrastructure and technology to create adjacent networks and backbone that will be able to allow us to deliver fast and secure and reliable connectivity services to mission-critical entities, not only the utility businesses, but other government entities in Dubai and special and mission-critical entities that require to have an independent and fast and super reliable services. In the same time, we are reflecting the collaboration between industry and the cross-connection between the different industry, where we are working with the different operators in UAE, and now we are collaborating with the operator in UAE, EITC-2, to develop the first 5G slicing to support our operations and the future demand of the smart metering and the smart grid, and in the same time build a new business model to be able to deliver services that will help the inspections and the reliability of our infrastructure, and also explore opportunities to deliver more fast and reliable services from a smart city point of view. We've been awarded the first IoT license by the telecom regulatory in the UAE to ensure that the infrastructure that is being built from our capability is extended to the public. And this is a key element to ensure that the cross-industry in UAE and especially in Dubai are taking much effect to ensure there is no duplication in infrastructure, reduce the prices, and ensure that we focus on the delivery goal, which is the end customer and enabling the services and solution by the customer. Therefore, we are trying to now enable a lot of use cases when it comes to the IoT portfolio by testing reliable IoT devices, ensuring that we have the right infrastructure in place to put them and to connect them back to the application servers that is required to monitor and to also capture the data from them. For example, Dubai Electricity Water Authority owns a mass infrastructure of electrical vehicle charging stations. What we are trying to do as a monetization projects with our partner Huawei is to create an approach to put a smart pole on these stations and create a value-added services on this location by enabling, for example, Wi-Fi hotspot, enabling some sort of environmental sensors that could feed the smart city, and also create a customer experience that will be simplifying the approach of the EV owners and also creating a new kind of business model for tracking the vehicle and booking the parking in the future with the increased demand of the EV charging stations. Finally, all of this was not happen without the effort of collaboration and the support that is being given by our partner Huawei. We built this model in a way that create a BOT model, build, operate, transfer, and we started the journey with Huawei by dimensioning the requirements that we need, and we built a backbone and infrastructure that support us to move from the traditional way of doing business to a commercialized way to delivering service and also offering it to other customers. At the same time, we are now running the operation and the support of the managed service contract with Huawei. But at the same time, while we are moving on this journey, we are developing a new business model and also enabling the transformation to move from the outsource to insource by building the capability, sharing the knowledge, improve the skill set that we have in our organization to be able to carry forward this journey in the future and create more value together. Thank you very much, and I'm glad to be with you again, and we are looking forward for more collaboration in the future and enabling industries to cross-connect with each other for the value of the industry and for the value of the public. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashid Al-Ahmedi, for your insights regarding what is energizing and what is powering this digital journey. Vamos continuar nos viaje digital. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that maybe in Spanish. Our next speaker will speak Spanish. Some of you will have a translating device already. If not, you don't need to get one by going out. You can just raise your hands. We have staff walking around here that will find you and that will give you that translation device that you might need. Because for our next speaker, cambiar en español y nos somos vamos a
He's going to speak in Spanish, and we are moving to Central America.
And we're going to the region of Central America. Our next speaker is Mr. Juan Carlos Soto Baquero, who is going to explain to us how and where and in what way we are able to bridge the knowledge gap. One of the parallel tracks in this digital journey, the gentleman here in front needs a translating device, the digital journey is also about talent development. And that is exactly what Mr. Juan Carlos Soto Baquero is going to explain to us. We're going to Latin America. De nada.
Gracias. Buenos días.
A very good morning to you. I think it was time we listened to some Spanish language. So, I want to thank you. I want to thank all participants for being here this morning. And also to listen to a presentation which I think is very important because it's got to do with education. So, when we educate our young people, the more we educate them, the more the world will move on in progress. If we do not empower and educate our young people, obviously, we are not going to have advantages. Now, we're talking about partners, we're going to about customers, but usually we never talk about strategic alliances in the education arena to move on and progress in life and in all areas, in banking, in industry, in business, and in all areas of life. Now, the CSUCA is the Central American University Confederation of the Caribbean region as well, and it is made up of 8 countries. It's got a presence in Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, Dominican Republic, and Belize, and El Salvador. Now, in this region, there are 24 public universities, state-owned, and they account for above 2 million university students. And it is a region where there are conflicting regimes at the moment. There's a lot going on. And now we are in a full pandemic time, or probably just about to get over the pandemic, and now a war comes between Russia and Ukraine, and we are just here observing what is going on. Although we are expressing our solidarity with Ukraine for sure, we just cannot afford these things to happen. However, we see that education, we have to strengthen education, and state-owned universities even more so than the private universities, because the state-owned universities are for those people who have no chances or no privilege. These 8 countries with 24 state-run universities, well, they strengthen the institutional development of their countries, and in this way, they also guarantee a better life and a better future in the whole region. Now, the International University Center for ICTs is a dream. It's a dream. It's in working process, and it's almost within the CSUCA, the Technological Center in Central America and the Caribbean. It will support the 24 universities to unify their educational platform. Here we have to speak the same lingo. We have to teach the best test, and that means that teachers and professors who are specialists in maths or science or physics could be a professor in any of our universities. We don't have to spend money to send students abroad to study or somewhere else, but we want that with technology, students can access knowledge straight away. So we want to eliminate barriers, and the only way to do that is via education, training and professionalism. This International University Center for ICTs wants to promote innovation and development for university communication, for talent management. We have a lot of talent in our region. For digital education, obviously, for strategic cooperation, for smart campuses, artificial intelligence, and for the development of technology. Now, based on that, we thought, who could really be our ally? And Huawei approached us. And we saw in them a strategic ally, along, big enough to breathe and to help us to create such a structure with a comprehensive solution. And a comprehensive solution, not broken, comprehensive. So, when it comes to technologies, I want to promote innovation in the university education system, and there, the teaching system, innovation gets into play. Innovation processes in pedagogy, changes in the pedagogical approach. They got a strong impact on the improvement of learning, cognitive and motivational components. They underlie learning, strategies to improve learning, and methodology modernization. So, all these elements have got to do with the transformation, with the strategic alliance. Education should not be seen as a client or as a partner, but as an investment, because from education, and with education, I wanted to say, young people will be able to change the world without professional manpower. Without an education, the whole world, well, listen, we are part of a region who is poor, where there are a lot of needs. Some students come to university and all they eat during the day is just a snack, some refreshment, and even so they're very efficient. Even so they're really good pupils. Even so they want to go ahead. So if they could work with state-of-the-art technology, they could do marvels. If we give them technology, they're going to be amazing. Now, let's talk about the Huawei support, how Huawei supports CSUCA, and we hope that their support will just get stronger and stronger. At the moment, we are in phase 1, which is consolidating the infrastructure, university campus, so campus infrastructure, network coverage, campus data center. We're just about to get into phase 2, which is the application in campus Unicom, campus interconnection. We have 6 out of the 24 universities who are already building their own data center, their own system, their Wi-Fi system, because they didn't have it, so their students can be connected all the time. Basically, we are interconnecting also with the national research networks. And then the third phase will be enrich content and collaboration, and rich content applications, and also the way we train talent. Now, phase 1, the intelligent cloud network, so it really drives digital and intelligent education campuses for university. And here we have 3 figures. We have the dean of the Honduras National Autonomous University, who is here with us at this minute. We have the dean of the Nicaragua Autonomous Universities, UNAN Managua, and we have the dean for the National Autonomous University of León in Nicaragua. So These three people, you see, the dean of our Honduras university say, hey, we wanted to have something sound in our university, something that could really give our young people, our teachers, and our country an alternative, a stronger technological environment. This is what we need. The Dean Ramona Rodriguez says, since 2020, we've been improving the infrastructure. We wanted to connect the various instances. And we had the invaluable support of Huawei. And thanks to Huawei, we got our technological infrastructure and access and connectivity, what we needed to make our transition to Wi-Fi 6. And Dean Flor de Maria Valles Espinosa says this bicentennial university acknowledges that CSUCA gives the opportunity to continue building the alliance, articulation, integration, and links among Central American peoples through higher education. Here we have them, 3 major universities in our region, 3 out of the 24. Huawei is supporting this project. And here we are seeing the ICT academic labs. We are transforming the ideology. Huawei has got like a chip, a business chip. And what we have, we are trying to give Huawei also the education chip to contribute and create alliances to reach our goal, which is to improve education via technology. So CSUCA, with all its universities, is giving quality to the region, is giving scientific and humanistic knowledge. CSUCA promotes the educational system, and also it bridges the gaps in knowledge, and it promotes professionals who will be knowledgeable, skilled, and competent. Now, in the third phase, we were talking already about learning through the cloud. The cloud, and I was talking to an exhibitor earlier on, and I was telling him, listen, technology is bringing us closer, but it also is bringing us apart at the same time. When you're at home, we feel far from our next of kins because we are all looking at our mobile screens and we are not talking to each other. We cannot talk to each other. However, when we are far, technology is bringing us closer. In education, it is imperative to use technology. And everybody of many of our countries already have live virtual classrooms, e-learning, and connectivity. Sometimes deans say, hey, we are in poor countries, we have no connectivity. Our university centers are a bit sparse, but our 24 universities, each one has at least 5 regional centers within their own country. So can you imagine how difficult it is to communicate, to have connection? And our governments are very corrupted, and public universities depend on this government. They are autonomous universities. This is how we call them. Autonomous because they can use the resources allocated by the government to be able to administer these resources internally. But at the end of the day, the government are investing money, and if government don't want to invest, or they do not want to transform, or they just want to do what they like and what they please, then there's just no way. So we really need external financing resources to help education to get it better, because education can solve also this problem of corrupted government, can make government transparent, because impunity should not exist. Now, Huawei can be a partner and ally. We are seeing here, in 2019, there was the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding in various universities, in various countries, high-level debates. We approached government officials to reach our goals. But, you know, our government just focus on other issues and they just forget to disregard education, really. Anyway, I want to thank you for listening. I didn't have much time. I would have liked to be here and tell you more things. There is one thing I am certain of. We have to find an alliance. We have to help our university centers. And if we unify higher education, we can have a better quality of life. Because industry, business, and any type of solution has got to have the right professional level to reach their goals. Thank you very much. It was a privilege for me to be here with you, and also to speak in Spanish and defend the Spanish language nowadays. Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you very much, Mr. Baquero, Chief Executive of Sesuca. We're going back to mainland Europe. We hope you don't get too dizzy of this journey. We're going back to Spain, but we will continue in Spanish. So you need to keep your translation device active if Spanish is not the language that you're able to follow on this one. Because, as we said in our introduction, digital is capable of having many powers. It empowers a journey, but it also bridges digital divide from talent development and the gap that is currently sitting there. It also has the power to include social inclusion, digital inclusion. The mission statement of Huawei is to bring digital to every person, home, and organization for a fully connected, a fully inclusive, digitally connected world. The power of that sits with bringing digital to, for example, rural areas. So our next speaker will touch upon that. Please welcome our next speaker, who is Mr. Antonio García Vidal, and he will address just that. Mr. Antonio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Mr. President and Vice President of Huawei, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank Huawei the invitation to participate at this event and to talk about the development of broadband and broadband in rural areas. SMEs, the telecom SME, have been decisive in accelerate the implementation of optical fiber in rural areas of Spain. Normally you say that there where you have a local SME provider, you don't have this digital divide. And these telecom SME are close, they have a capacity of investment, and they have agility to implement new technology. Something that people from Huawei know very well, because you have been a reference, a benchmark partner in the last decade. They have helped us to be pioneers in optical fiber, bringing them to the villages and cities of our area. In my PowerPoint, in my speech, I would like to talk about the development of this network in Spain. It is something that has stopped the depopulation, and it has a role which is very important in order to achieve a more developed world also in rural areas. And the AOTEC, of which I am the president, is the leading professional ISP association in Spain. We are almost 800 companies in rural areas of Spain, normally small villages. We create 80% of direct employment in this sector in Spain, only after Telefónica company. And we invest every year more than 1 billion euros to improve our systems and services. And this sector has the roots in the 60s, it is almost 60 years ago, when we were really linked to the development of cable television. There we had our development, the development of our companies, and afterwards digitalization. Now we offer the optical fiber, television, mobile phones, television channels of all nature, and so on. And from AOTC of our association, we have worked always to make this part of the sector visible, to bring it close to the SMEs, and using these SMEs to bring it close to the villages, and to be also the contact person with the public authorities and public entities. At the beginning of the COVID pandemic, AOTC was the one signing the agreements with authorities. Besides the big companies, it was really a historic agreement, because so we could keep the internet connection. The networks were dimensioned, and we could develop them more than ever, with more than 400% increase of data. Speed in Spain only was reduced 8% if you compare it with Italy, for example, where there was a 50% reduction, Germany 30, 35 in Spain, and so on. And we achieved it thanks to the effort of our workers. They gave everything in the most difficult times and uncertainty, together with all the SMEs of our association, where we have also our partners, where we have Huawei. It helped us to connect people, which means to break the solitude of pandemic, and also the elderly homes where they could have their video calls, that kids could have their classes and learn online, and to save all the economy and economic activities as much as possible. Spain is an example on international level in the implementation of optical fiber. We are at the advanced positions of Europe and of the world. We are the 4th OECD country in optical fiber. At the end of 2020, we had more than 60% of fiber network accesses, and that reflects the huge amount of networks we have. We have achieved 88% of penetration, achieving our population 84% in towns and also very much in the rural areas, because 84% doesn't have this connectivity. 2.3 million people have no broadband connection. Many things to do, but the progress we are achieving is huge. We have a lot of small villages, a very sparse population, and we can also see that there is an interruption at this moment. The speaker has stopped. 84% of population is only in 60% of the territory, so that means in the big cities we have more than 80,000 village municipalities that have less than 1,000 inhabitants. And that's where we are working nowadays, to bring them the optical fiber, the small villages, the depopulated areas. The last step, the last threshold is always the most difficult one. We have to do better what we know how to do. But we need also subsidies and help, and we have to bring this help and this aid to all the actors in this sector. Optical fiber, which is our focus today, has been a revolution. And nowadays it is a demand as a first necessity, the same as water or electricity. And to explain this expansion of optical fiber networks, we have to talk about different factors that have had an impact. The telecom SMEs that have had their own investments, the commercial interest for the local operator, which is focused on the small villages, but not the big companies companies are focused on the small villages. And an open system. We have allowed the implication of all the possible actors to participate, to implement this network. It has been very important. Then public policies, European Union with the subsidies for these networks, which started early on, but in the last 3 years, we have decided, our association, to favor the big companies, and these grants were only issued to the big companies in the last 3 years. But the regional governments have supported the SMEs a lot with their subsidies and their funds, focusing on the industrial area. The municipalities, the operator has fought a lot to have alliances and have the help for the implementation. But with the COVID pandemic, it was really turned around. Now everything is help from municipalities. They are contacting the telecom SMEs to bring the fiber to the villages. But why? Why was the telecom SME so key in rural areas? Well, basically because we arrived there and we stayed. We didn't go on. We didn't continue our trip. We were really committed. We have fostered employment, digitalization in our own villages, our own municipality, and that together with the closeness to the client is the big difference with the big and huge companies. During pandemic, we don't only have been bringing the connectivity. No, it was really to bring the digitalization in the small and moderate cities and villages. Administration, businesses, connectivity, innovation and education. Those are the keys of this digital leap we have seen in the rural areas of Spain. We are SMEs, and our size makes us flexible, agile, to be strategic. That is one of our advantages in the competitiveness with other companies. We are immune to crisis, and our adaptation capacity can be much faster than any big company. And furthermore, we have a very low indebtedness. We were pioneers in using the optical fiber in 2009 in Spain, and now in 2022 we still are doing it and advancing, progressing in with the GPON systems of Huawei. But even another step. We can see that most of the companies in Spain are SMEs, and these need a company, they need advice, they need consulting beyond connectivity. During these last 2 years, we have been bringing innovation in areas and in fields, in security, in many different services. Pandemic have shown us that telecommunication is an essential service, and there where you have broadband, population has really made a very big step, a big leap, things that were unbelievable years ago. And recently, we have seen a study that proves that all of us who live in rural areas already knew that connectivity is important. And it is very, very important to have the network of optical fiber. And it has a huge impact on the development of the area. All the villages and cities that have connectivity or connections with 100 speed, 100 megas or more, can increase their average income in 40% if you compare it with the ones that do not have this connectivity. They grow in employment, they have an employment boost, more than 3%. Average income growth is 1.4%. Population increase is 1.9%. That's what we see, almost 2%, I insist, increase of population versus the ones that do not have these 100 megabit. COVID-19 shifted rural to urban migration. We can see that it really is a digitalization because our companies are really schools for our citizens, our neighbors, in learning to use the different devices, because we have allowed them these last years to receive this connectivity for our businesses in our areas and for our citizens. I would like to give you a tangible example of what I've been explaining and how these local operators and local telecom SMEs have been, how important they have been to bring the connectivity to the small villages. We have called it the fiber miracle of rural areas in Spain. For example, Castilla-La Mancha, which is a big, huge area in the center of Spain, one of the most depopulated ones, with only 25.7 inhabitants per square kilometer, and municipalities 99% have fewer than 5,000 inhabitants. So to bring the fiber network there was an essential tool, a priority. This autonomous region of Spain only had 40% of fiber penetration in 2015, and only in 5 years it has achieved 80.4% of the population, which is 451% of growth. In the coming 2 years, SMEs, local operators, and in this area will be the ones to implement the still lacking 20% of fiber. That means more technological development on a local level and in this area. 2023, we expect that we will have 93% FTTH coverage. But yesterday we could read in the newspapers that Andalusia was growing 4% over the European average in technological development. He excuses himself. He has problems with his throat, with his voice, the speaker. And overmore, they also have 24% of connectivity. We should not forget that Andalusia, the southern autonomous region of Spain, and part of the success, the biggest part of success, has to do with the local operators, with the local SMEs. Future will go through broadband, digitalization, will be really a booster, the engine of innovation and development, and also of investment. That's why we cannot forget our focus. It must reach everyone to create new opportunities in these areas, in rural areas linked to agriculture, logistics, and tourism. Citizens of these small villages and cities have the same rights, or should have the same rights as citizens of the big urban areas. They lost the Industrial Revolution. They should not miss this revolution. They should not miss, we should not allow them to miss the digitalization. And then in the analogical aspect, 5G must be also based on the fiber networks, and the local operator has the capacity. We have our own networks. We have the back and front halls. We have the power stations. We have the towers. We have we can host it on a local level. We are prepared for the advances, for the progress, which are based on cloud and on IA. But technology is nothing without an application, because technology must be issued for people, by people. In the last 40 years, we have seen the innovations that have changed our lives completely. And we have seen the birth of Internet, mobile phones, and also the mobile Internet. So the technological evolution has been accelerated together with the augmented reality, virtual reality in real time, which is the so-called metaverse. And our networks are prepared for that. We're working on that. The local operator is the best channel to continue to bring connectivity and solutions and innovation to the small villages and cities of the country. Investment companies that have technological partners, as for example our host here of this event, Huawei, which offer quality services. There where you have a local operator, you don't have the digital divide. On the other hand, there we have opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vidal, who is the president of AOTech, for your insights on how digital is inclusive, not only from developed areas, but also rural areas, and combined. Before we move into the final section of this morning session, which is a procedure to light up the future, which is what we physically will do, our next speaker will touch upon a very important topic as well. Digital is sometimes blamed for taking away jobs. That, of course, is not what digital should be about. Digital is very powerful in helping us do better what we already do best. It means it is optimizing the things we do alongside physical operations. The efficiency of daily operations, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Our next speaker is Mr. Kilian Arjona, who is the CTO of Flexible IT, and he is going to address exactly that. Mr. Kilian Arjona. You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kilian Arjona, and I'm the CTO of Flexible IT, headquartered here in Barcelona and a gold partner of Huawei. Today, I will be presenting a little bit about Flexible IT, and then we will focus about all of the digital transformation journey that we've seen all over the morning. We've seen how important it is, this digital transformation that never ends on all of the types of industries, on this journey that allows us to make things, operations better in our enterprises and organizations. Here, we in Flexible IT, we started in quite a few years ago, this digital transformation journey with some organizations, providing them with one of the initiatives that is more important for this digital transformation journey, and that's remote work and the ability for users and for employees to work and to connect securely to their workspaces from all over the world. This has been accelerated. These types of initiatives have been accelerated over these past couple of years because COVID has been a huge accelerator of this remote work on all types of organizations. And we've been partnering with Huawei on this journey to provide this pillar of the digital transformation for all of the organizations. So what does the digital transformation look like? It's not only remote work, right? This applies to all types of industries. This applies to everyone. We've seen this morning all kinds of organizations like universities, banks, etc., that are going through these digital transformation projects. What we are trying to do with these initiatives is to improve the processes of these organizations, to give their talent the ability to work better and to do their functions in a more efficient way, and inspire the new generation of these users to provide better services and to provide and to just work better. But this digital transformation doesn't come without challenges. It's very difficult to find and train and retain this talent on all kinds of organizations. It's also very difficult to align the digital transformation strategies with all and different company-wide initiatives to make it advance and to go to this journey to provide these benefits that we saw in the previous slide. It's also very difficult to combine these initiatives with all of the emerging new technologies that go with these types of initiatives, and that they are always emerging and trying to provide a faster time to market. And with these kinds of projects, it's not always very easy and in this type of initiatives. With Huawei, they have been providing an operation transformation solution since 2018 with their first 1.0 solution that provided centralized monitoring for these organizations. It was more focused on monitoring of millions of objects and millions of data, but it was the first initiative for this operation and monitoring to get to the digital journey to their end. They've been advancing all of these years, these past 3-4 years, and generating new benefits and new initiatives on these operations and management, providing the 2.0 solution, making these initiatives more efficient. And today we are focusing on HiOps 3.0, the new solution of Huawei that is provides an intelligent operation and management platform for these digital transformation projects. The Huawei HiOps 3.0 enables higher O&M value, providing a platform that allows you to measure these risks, to provide situational awareness to your operations, and provide a value-based proposition for these O&M operations based on the digital transformation. This is all based on different pillars and services like consulting, construction, and operation, and includes the operational platform based on the Huawei Shengon platform. So as you can see, it covers a full stack to provide predictable risks on your operation platform and allows you to use intelligent monitoring on the day-to-day operations on your digital platform projects. These HiOps operations and management are managed from this service, from these GNOCs that we see here. They are based on Egypt and Romania. They also have a GNOC on the workroom on China. And we also have on Huawei an open lab on the Emirates. So you can test and implement and see your solutions before you go to production with them. With a global focus with these GNOCs, we can provide services for operation and management that allow you to better and be more intelligent on this operation and management platforms that we are providing today. And again, the value of HiOps 3.0 is just be more intelligent. Provide a value-based operation instead of limiting ourselves to monitor different objects or try and just monitor a part of the operation journey. What we are trying is to predict risks and to anticipate this with artificial intelligence and be more provide a better value proposition on operations and management. Situational awareness is also very, very important on this part and also allows us to provide a better operations on the day-to-day. This service is provided as a cloud-based platform or can also be provided as an on-premise or local implementation to better fit your digital journey transformation. What we are trying to do here on Flexible IT with Huawei as our partners is to provide and to make a better operation and day-to-day, provide a better day-to-day operation and management for your digital transformation journey. What we want is just to not only monitor the digital transformation journey, but also provide an intelligent and allow you to better manage the risks that accompany you in this journey to provide a better workplace and a better solutions to all of your organizations. And that will be all for me today, and very happy to be here, and I would like to thank Huawei that we've been gold partners with them for quite some time now, and we are very happy for this opportunity. And would like to thank you all for your time, and hope you enjoy sunny Barcelona and the rest of your morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kilian Arjona, to help us understand how technology is able to help us do better what we already do best, how to be more efficient in our daily operations. And that brings me to the last part of this session before all the speakers will join me back on stage for a group photo. We will prepare the stage in about 2 or 3 seconds for a procedure that we would symbolically like to use to light up the future as a pathway towards a greener and sustainable society. So we dim the light a bit, we prepare the stage, and then I'll be back in a minute to explain to you what it is that we do. One moment. Right, how's that for a preparation? You never thought that you would see that here on Mobile World Congress. Just kidding. I would like to invite all the speakers of this morning back on stage. Please do me a favor, because we will be shoulder to shoulder on this side as well. So bring your mask and wear it. But all speakers line up with me for a very simple procedure. You can just join me any way you would like to come up on this stage. All the 8 speakers. We will be around this, what do we call it today? We call it a device. Not yet, not yet. We keep it on for here. But for my speech here, it's easier if I take it off. We will line up, all of us, behind this device. We will put our hands above the device. So if you all could go a little further this way, because we need to be centered around this device. So if you could come a little closer. Ladies in the middle, of course. Hands above the device. We're going to do a countdown from 5 to 1, and then we're going to touch it. Because all our energy via this device, really all our energy via this device is going to light up the future and is going to bring us towards a greener and more sustainable future. So we're going to count down from 5 to 1, and the audience can count with us. And if you don't know how to count, the numbers will be on the screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch it. There we go. Wait for it. Because energy takes a while. Energy takes a while. Do we have it? Can someone confirm that the light is on? Good, thank you very much. This was the end of the summit. Speakers, please stay here. I think for the group photo, we could take our mask off, right? Face forward. A group photo for everybody. Thank you everyone for joining. Enjoy your stay in Barcelona. There's a lot of photographers here, so please be fast. Surely your digital technology and your Huawei AI and your Huawei camera is going to give you the best picture ever, right? Thanks everyone. If you want to take pictures for each of us by themselves, you can find them on the way out. Thank you. Enjoy your stay in Barcelona.